Hi, everyone. I am Mary Kate Luke. I'm the marketing specialist here at Hasmark Publishing International, and I am joined today by my co-host, Jen Gibson. She is the Director of Publishing and Marketing, and we are here to introduce a wonderful, lovely team of authors here. They've written a book called Manifesting with Purpose. I want to introduce you to Elizabeth Plancon, Jessica Friesen, Jessica West, and Lauren Lowrance. And we are so excited to have you ladies here today and to be chatting about this book. And as a team, this is my first team of authors, so it's so wonderful to be working with all of you ladies. I was hoping maybe you could just start by introducing yourselves and just chatting with us briefly about what manifesting means to you and why it's so important.
Sure, I can go first. I'm Elizabeth Plancon, as Mary Kate had said, and I am an intuitive mindset and manifestation coach. I own a coaching company and also do readings and energy work and Reiki healing. So manifestation pretty much, like learning about manifestation pretty much changed my life. The fact is that we're always manifesting, but I had no idea that we were doing that and what it was or anything about it. So learning that I have the ability to create my reality instead of being a victim to my current circumstances changed everything for me. And now I am able to manifest the things that I want, the life that I want. And I've had a lot of exciting things happen in the past year for me because of it. And so that's why it's so impactful to me, that it helped me so much in my mindset and my positivity and just being happy and more fulfilled, that I wanted to help other people do the same. And so that is how my coaching came about. So that's just a little bit about me and why I love manifesting. Actively manifesting.
I'm Jessica Friesen, and I'm a fertility mindset coach. And manifesting means so much to me because the way I came about manifesting was my husband and I were going through fertility treatments, and I needed a positive outlet, and I honestly wanted to manifest my dream family. So when I stumbled upon manifesting, I applied all the tools and tricks, and I manifested boy-girl twins. And I also manifested our last baby, our son. And it really has changed our lives, and it changed my perspective of life was happening to me to life is actually happening for me. And it propelled me forward to doing my coaching and helping other people in the fertility world, and truly understanding that mindset and manifestation really does change the trajectory of your journey in life and your journey in everything. So, and I think it's just an important thing for everyone to understand, and that manifestation is actually a real thing. It's not woo-woo, but it is a beautiful thing when you really understand the tools and the tricks of the trade.
I'm Lauren, and I am a mindset and transformation coach. I love helping people figure out what it is they really desire deep within their hearts, what their purpose, why are they here, what are they doing, and then help them achieve that through mindset work, because I learned that it all starts within. And we're creating all the time, like they've already mentioned. We're always manifesting, we're always creating, and we're either doing it consciously or unconsciously. I was doing it unconsciously for a very long time, and kind of like Elizabeth mentioned, being a victim to my circumstances or what was going on around me. And then I realized that I had a choice in what I was actually doing and creating and what my part in that was. And at first it felt kind of heavy, like a responsibility, but then I realized with responsibility comes power. So it's been very empowering for me to realize my choice in manifestation and deliberately making that choice each day. It's not just a one-time thing. It is every single day being very intentional with my mindset and what it is I'm doing. So I love helping people, through whether it be business, whether it be relationships, something within themselves, if they had an emotionally impactful moment in their life that they're having trouble moving past, just their health, whatever it is. Manifestation works in every aspect of our life. So it's been fascinating. I think the more people we have who are co-creating life through manifestation consciously, the better world that we will have when we are collectively doing that together.
I'm Jessica West. I'm the founder of Tresol Kombucha, creative entrepreneur, podcast host, and a dedicated volunteer to a number of brain injury associations throughout Ontario. My personal mission is to help people empower themselves from the inside out, because I truly believe that everything happens within first And this really came about after my motor vehicle accident in 2015, in which I was put in a coma for some time. And my whole life was kind of just a big question mark at that point, because I wasn't really sure how I was going to heal and what my future was going to look like. And it was at that point where I really turned within, and I became really aware that we're the creator of our life. And I feel that when you really begin to acknowledge that, manifestation is just a given after that realization, when you realize that you have the power to the way that you choose to look at things, and just the way that you choose to your vibrational frequency. And so that's really my passion and what I'm passionate about sharing with everyone.
That's great. How did manifestation bring you all together, and how did the idea for the book come to be?
Yeah, I think, and we mention it in the book, I think really what happened is that we all began to show up for ourselves. And so it describes all of our stories, but we had a desire for more. And when we started to show up, and that's the beautiful thing about it, when you start showing up for yourself, things seem to just magically fall into place. And so we had all found the same program, Kathleen Cameron's program. Once we were in there, we all, landed up being in the same masterminding group. And then we spent some time together helping each other with whatever it was that we were tackling. And that's the whole purpose of the mindset group, is to really help support anybody in whatever problems they have or whatever they're trying to create. We just bring positive ideas, and that's the whole point of it. And so we had spent some time together in there. And then one day I thought, you know what, I'll bring up the question. And so I had asked the ladies right before we were getting off our call, and I said, have you ladies ever thought about writing a book together? And everybody said yes. And that's really how it came to be. And I think it was really that moment. I think we were already all there, because then talking afterwards, we all had a desire to write our own book. And I believe we all were already starting to make points for ourselves on the book that we were going to write. And so it was really just, we were all in that same vibration, and it just came about so beautifully. And then it was like, well, why not? Let's do it all together for the first time. This will be such a great experience. And that's really how this book came to be.
I love it. And it's so special that you were all able to find each other in like-minded individuals that are passionate about the same thing, which is so wonderful, and to share those ideas. I'd love to know a little bit more about sort of the process of working together as a team of authors. What was it like sort of collaborating on ideas?
Yeah, so kind of like Jessica said, we all kind of had our ideas going, and then putting them together, it brought about so much more energy. So when we are we have our ideas and things. And so I feel like it's very relatable to a lot of people, because we share our stories and our experiences. So it is definitely a collective book of mindset, work, manifestation, and all of those things. But we each bring our own touch to it, and so I really think it's a very interesting book, because it has different points of views. And it's been amazing working with these women. I definitely would encourage anyone, if you're thinking of writing a book, co-authoring, to really be specific and choose the people that you write it with. It's been said that you don't ever want to be the smartest person in the room. You always want to be around people that are elevating you and lifting you up and bringing you to new heights and new levels of awareness and things. And so that's what this group has done for me. They have been so awesome. And it's been so encouraging too, to have each other, to ask questions. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? Should we do this? Bouncing ideas off of each other. And it just brings another level of confidence to what it is you're doing when you have a collective energy about it. So yeah, I have really enjoyed the process of going through it with a group. Has been awesome. And even just reading our book, I'm like, this is so much better than I ever imagined it would be. So it's been super fun.
You include chapter prompts throughout the book. Why is it so important and crucial when it comes to manifestation?
So yeah, the chapter prompts at the end are meant to help you embody the material, the information that we're talking about, really actually apply it, because you can read all the books, you can take all the courses, watch all the videos, but if you don't actually put the knowledge, the information into practice and apply it to your everyday life, nothing in your life will change, right? It's just all sitting up here. So those questions are meant to have you look inward and really dig deep and see what it is that you need to change about yourself inside, your thoughts, your behaviors, your beliefs, and really start practicing the material and living it so you can start manifesting the life that you want and start practicing these techniques, these, the information, and start applying it to your life. So it starts your journey in basically using manifestation and mindset to your advantage. So that's kind of why we have done that, because with any course that we've taken or any workshop that we give as coaches, there's always homework involved, right? There's always something to help you, drive in the information. So it was really important for us to have this as like a tool and to really actually help make a transformation rather than just something you read and do nothing with.
I love that. And I think it's so important to have that included because it, like you said, it's really giving people the homework. They're able to take their ideas right from reading from the page and sort of put it right into practice. So I love that you guys have included that because I think it's so crucial.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, what would you say are some mistakes that maybe people make when they first start to manifest things in their life, and how can people avoid these mistakes?
So I would honestly say the biggest mistakes that people make is they want it to be instantaneous. So I thought of an idea, and I think about it all day, so it should show up like right now. And it's not that manifestation can't show up quite fast. It's you really have to feel the feeling of what it feels like to have whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. So whether it's money, a baby, healing from the inside out, whatever it is that you're manifesting, you have to know what it feels like to have it already. And you have to start acting as if it has happened. And when you do that, it will show up faster because then you become on a frequency with it. And I would say the most common thing is that people will feel it or think, you know what, I really want to have this in my life. And they think about it over and over, but the feeling part isn't attached to it. And if it doesn't happen instantaneously, they think, okay, this is woo-woo. It doesn't work for me. It works for other people, but not me. So my biggest advice that I would say how to keep it working for you is really go to that place of what it feels like to have that goal or that thing achieved that you really want in your life and see all the details with it. So, just what would it feel like to have, in my case, what would it feel like to have a baby or, and like, what would the dream nursery look like? Just get really detailed with all the things. And the faster you become on that frequency and feeling it and using it, the faster it's going to show up in your life. And it doesn't matter how big or small the thing is. Like some people feel like, oh, well, I can manifest something small, but I can't manifest something big. And things can take time, but know that hold on to the outcome in the sense of what it is that you want, but know that it can come in many different ways. And I think people really hold on to a certain outcome, like it needs to happen in this timeline, it needs to happen this way. And if it doesn't, then it didn't work. But in order for things to work, it can come to you in a far better way than you can imagine sometimes. It just doesn't always come in that timeline, or it doesn't come the exact way. It can come in limitless, infinite ways. So if you keep your mind open and you keep your mind focused on what it is that you want and the feeling of already having it, then you're going to see things show up so much faster in your world. So.
Excellent. What was the most difficult part of the writing process for you?
For me personally, it was, so I'm a mom of 3 young kiddos and, they're needing things and they're waking up at night and all of the things, like life happens to everyone. So it was really staying focused and being in I guess they'd say the mood to do it. Like there were days where I just didn't feel like writing. I just didn't feel inspired, or I didn't know what to say anymore, or whatever it may be. but pushing through those days, or even not pushing through them, giving myself some space to just take a day off and rest if I need to, or reset my mind. I noticed that as life got busier and busier, I kind of quit doing some of the practices that we mentioned in the book. It really affected me. And so really coming back to practicing what we preach type of situation, and getting back into the mindset work and clearing my own mind and becoming clear on what it is that, we're doing, what is our purpose here, and all of those things of just letting it flow with ease instead of trying to make it something, like really relaxing into it and just letting it be. And then also, I really wanted to share my story in a very authentic way while still honoring the people in my life. So I think that it's important that people know, just because we've manifested things and just because our life is good and all those things doesn't mean that at one point it wasn't great, or it wasn't what we desired or whatever. I think all of us collectively want to take people on a journey of, this is kind of the process of what it's looked like for us. And because we have seen it in our life, we know it's possible for you too. And helping hold the belief for them until they believe it for themselves. So I really hope that they can see that throughout our book.
I love that. And I love that you mentioned too about in the writing process, sort of just stepping away. You have to just kind of give yourself grace. I think a lot of people don't even realize that pushing through it is almost worse because, like you said, it should just flow naturally. It's something that, as I think creatives, we think, oh, we need to get it done and put it all on paper. But I think stepping away from it and coming back is honestly almost always more beneficial. Now, what would you say you hope readers take away the most from this story?
You're on mute.
I think the biggest thing that we would like people to take away from this book is really starting to build that belief within themselves. And we mentioned a couple times in this interview that, some people think of manifestation as woo-woo. And I think by sharing our stories, we have 4 very unique and different stories. And we've all been able to use this material that we're sharing and these tools to manifest the life that we want. And so it's really to show that this isn't woo-woo, to develop that belief that you can do it too, because we all did it and it applies to you also. And so just having that belief in themselves that they can actually create the life that they want to live. And then we're also going to be giving them all of the tools, and so that they feel really set up and prepared to begin being the conscious manifester in their life.
Excellent. When does Manifesting with Purpose launch, and how can people get a hold of a copy?
So it launches January 11th in 2023. We're super excited. We are having actually pre-orders for the book, which I believe we will share the website, but something else we decided to do, which we're super excited about, for anyone that pre-orders a copy of the book, will have access to 2 mastermind calls with the 4 of us. So we're going to be having 2 calls in February and March, where we're going to be, there available to help you mastermind and almost like hot seat coaching kind of with all 4 of us. So we're super excited to offer this to anyone that does pre-order the book. Pre-orders, I believe we are going to be starting the 26th, like the day after Christmas.
Amazing. That's so exciting. Now, where can people find you on the internet and learn more about all of you ladies?
So you can find us on our website at manifestingwithpurposebook.com. And on our website, you will find our own personal links to our coaching and the things that we offer on the side, as well as our book as well. So on our social media, you can find us on Facebook with Manifest with Purpose Book. You can find us on Instagram at Manifesting with Purpose Book. And then as well, our email to contact us by email is manifestwithpurposebook@gmail.com.
Amazing. Thank you so much, ladies. It's been such a pleasure chatting with all of you today and learning more about your stories and about the book itself. We are so excited for it to launch and to get it into people's hands and have them manifesting their dream life. So thank you so much for chatting with us today. It's been wonderful.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.